Hey everyone, it's Zach with Palantir Research. From their own words, Palantir is saying they have overwhelming demand for their AIP bootcamps. They just released an article on their blog revealing how these work and what customers are truly getting out of these. And hopefully, they're driving more customers onto Palantir's ecosystem of products, not just getting onto AIP alone. So they got to start out with the most powerful tool to convince folks. Take a compelling quote like this and saying these bootcamps are doing 4 months of work in 1 day. But not only speed, but quality too with this other client quote, well, it's the same organization, but one of the end users using it as a data science saying they were able to produce results in less than 8 hours and then able to present to their CEO the very next day. Very compelling. And honestly, if that's all you only get from the outside looking in, I'd say you got to at least try out the bootcamp here or at least want to read more. But getting into the article itself, Palantir's AIP dramatically accelerates high-value AI use cases for those who use it with the bootcamp, being advertised as 0 to use case in 1 to 5 days. So not even the whole bootcamp is needed for the full 5 days. Even on day 1, they say you can get a real use case. And this is for real problems for your organization that you've been trying to solve for years. And Palantir keeps saying statements to grow investor confidence that they have a growing backlog for these bootcamps due to the overwhelming demand. So it's of course not specific, but I'd say it's a sign of Palantir being confident enough in their current demand of the product to state this. But for a little more substance, they took a quote from Molson Coors and added the real value add from Palantir, and that is that there's a whole AI environment that is leveraging LLMs, but it's within your own data security and protection at the helm. And that's kind of the big differentiator for Palantir. They have this whole ecosystem set up that you're able to do in a secure manner here and have that peace of mind. Now, the sales pitch here on why these bootcamps are working, and this kind of speaks to investors as well as customers alike. But first, the barrier to entry is basically non-existent. They say AIP comes fully integrated and interoperable and able to handle your sensitive data, allowing participants to just make valuable use cases now and not deal with the typical data integration, security setup, or the like, which is basically the plumbing needed to do valuable analysis. Next, the bootcamps teach you to fish, so once you actually build out a real use case, you'll be able to replicate this again on your own for more opportunities at your organization and just use AI. I've talked about this when I first heard about the bootcamps, it just makes sense. And then this one I feel is the most compelling, where they are stretching their potential clients' imaginations of AI from not only chat and chat GPT, which is of course a real use case, but do real process improvements like automating processes or provide intelligent primitives when building out their business applications. And then the other big seller is making your AI your own, which essentially means you can use AI with your data security, and then the public third-party LLMs are more usable on the consumer end. But on the enterprise-wise, there is a host of questions on what you should or shouldn't do, and that kind of towing the line of what exactly I can do securely. But with AIP, you have that peace of mind on day 1. And this is also related to defining your AI architecture empirically. Now that you have the freedom and peace of mind, you can easily take on getting to initial use cases immediately and then get examples into production ASAP. And this is a platform of your own molding over time, so you can deploy in your own way, maintaining your technical optionality. And then for investors, this hits home. Any industry or any function. This is a platform with already real use cases of over 50 organizations from all kinds of businesses so quickly. The seed of AIP bootcamps combined with its scalability is already so obvious by the bootcamps and the amount of participants in such a short amount of time. These are enterprise customers too, so remember that kind of time to value. And they close out with some of these examples in clients like dynamic scheduling, underwriting, sales and marketing, procurement, supply chain, systems consolidation and harmonization, customer service, infrastructure projects and management, quality and claims management, frontline engineers and operators, and hospital operations. Essentially, the possibilities are limitless, and they want to make sure that you can stretch your imagination and see AI as a way of improving so many aspects of your organization, not just a chatbot that can help you make decisions and run things manually. Now, this blog post probably won't be a huge viral moment by any stretch of the imagination, but it further documents and provides more opportunities for discovery from potential clients online on how all of this is working, and maybe it's just going to be shared by someone. But right now, they are still in the education part of the market, where folks are learning about AI and its usage, and I think these bootcamps are a perfect way to do it since it's their actual data and such a low-stakes way to start the process, as well as doing it hands-on. Now, if it funnels into more Palantir products, which I'm sure is the goal, goal, like setting up their ontology, laying Foundry on top of that with deployment automation with Apollo. Well, that'd be, of course, the golden case here. It may cost them a pretty penny, but there's a whole beauty in the design of AIP that it will all work together and to make it seamless for your organization to leverage artificial intelligence while you can focus on your business at hand that you can actually create the most value from. So let's just hope a few whales pass by here and decide to sign on to an AIP bootcamp and start that process.